Hey guys, what's going on? So, we want to turn it around a little bit. We want to stop talking about race so much on this channel. I say what I said, and after a couple days, when the video gets too many views and people are commenting, I just stop watching the video. I don't look at it anymore. But I got a comment. Somebody was saying, they were complimenting me on the fact that I caught the bus, and it's only for a few more months till I get my car, but I caught the bus. And they feel like it's gangster to catch the bus, dealing with all the crazy people on the bus and, violence. I was really disturbed last night what I saw. I don't know this person's pronouns, so I just want to say respectfully, them. They were cornered on the bus. They were on drugs and they were probably homeless. They were being cornered, and they were being threatened with violence by another passenger. And I feel bad not stepping in, not saying anything. Let me just say this. You don't gotta agree with me on this at all. But I don't know what they did for that to happen. But it's wrong. Because if we protect women, if it's wrong to hit women, I feel that it's wrong to threaten somebody with violence that's a lot weaker, a lot physically weaker than you. I feel that should be treated the same as a woman. Because if they're physically weaker, what are you getting out of putting your hands on them? And then they ran off the bus in fear, and I just was really disturbed by that. And also, I feel like a lot of these centers that claim to help people, the LGBT centers, I feel are a joke. Because why is it that drugs are so damn, you know, drugs are a problem in the gay community. Drugs are a thing. People do drugs, mostly meth, crack, cocaine. Drugs are a problem, and a lot of it stems from, childhood trauma. And it's crazy. The person that was threatened, strange enough, reminded me of this. It was someone I was learning about. Their name was Ali Forney. They had like a center in New York. Ali was like I think he was like a sex worker. He was like, I don't know if he was trans or not, but they got shot. He was on crack, and the murder is still unsolved to this day, but they think it's drug related. But I got on that bus, and I'm not in fear. I mean, I'm not scared of anybody that claims to be a gangster, that claims to be, they run this area, they run this neighborhood, they run this city. I'm gonna tell you this: I'm cautious of my surroundings, but I'm no longer in fear of people in the hood. Let me tell you this: why I'm not in fear. In the hood, you can have 5, 10 guys on one corner, and they see someone like me, not necessarily me, but just someone like me that walks through the hood, and they press them, they stare them down, they mean mug them, they question where you from, what you doing here. They look in every fucking car that rides by. But one cop, it could be black, white, Hispanic, can ride by, and all these niggas run, they disperse. And that's because that fear in them, that fear of what that cop can do to them, that fear of getting that dope planted in there on their person and send them to jail, that fear of that prison guard, that fear of that CO, that fear of that judge. You know who to fuck with and who not to fuck with. So I understand you guys are scared your damn self. I learned to stop being afraid of scary people, because in all my years on this earth, really all my years being in this city, I hear every day black men killing other black men. You know, black men wind up shot 5 times. Black men wind up dead on the train, killed during a fight um, over a girl. You know, but I never heard of, and I'm not advocating you to do this, but I never heard of a judge, this judge that hands down, harsh sentences for nonviolent crimes, ends up dead and mysteriously dead in the field with his wife and their dog. I never heard of a story of corrupt cop that plants drugs on black men found dead hanging from a tree. I never heard of no cop that's known to harass and plant drugs on people, you know, mysteriously, beaten in a bathroom at a stadium. I never heard. I'm just using just things popping out of my head, but those cops, those judges, those DAs, those prison guards that you complain about, they don't ever get pressed. They don't ever get touched, and you fear the repercussions of fucking with them, but you don't fear me. And it's a lot of it is power. But a real gangster, according to Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, when they're confronted with the police, you have the option of killing the cop, and then they raise your felony level up to like 3, 4, 5 to up to 6. So I'm hoping. I was always wondered, why don't gangsters, at least the ones that I know that are around my city, why don't they ever? I'm not advocating you to do so. Why don't they kill cops? Why don't they kill FBI agents and National Guard, people in the National Guard or the SWAT team? Because the SWAT team and then the FBI, National Guard, I just never hear stories of them just winding up dead, disappearing. But I can tell you, I can pull up 30 stories of black on black violence in Philly. So therefore, I don't fear gangsters if they're scared of the real problem themselves. And let me say this again. These people control, when you go to jail, they control your freedom. They control when you eat, when you sleep, when you see your family, when you want to write a letter. I don't have no control over your life like they do. But you don't bother, applying that same gangsterism to them like you do me.